Our Grand Design 390RK came with a 12-gallon Suburban water heater. It's pretty common on many rigs. So what's the big deal? Well, it works. Kind of. Let me explain. We're always looking for ways to save money, especially in today's world. One of those ways is to avoid using our propane as often as we can, except for cooking, of course. We spend a lot of time in parks with full hookups. 50 amps and our Thousand Trails Adventure package makes it easy. So you may ask, yeah? Well, the advantage to our Suburban, the water heater, is that it can run on propane or electric. And instead of burning, no pun intended, through gas, we just use the electric element in the heater to carry the load. Of course, when boondocking, lot camping, harvest hosting, mooch docking, etc., we'll switch back over to gas. And what does this have to do with today's video? Well, I got in the shower this morning and turned the water to hot and got a rude but effective wake up. Yep, a cold shower. Cold shower! Stunned, I popped out quicker than I got in and checked to make sure we still had shore power and that the breakers hadn't tripped. Then I shut off the power to the 110 volt AC element side of the heater and turned on the gas side. If you listen close, you can hear the burner kick in. It took a couple of minutes for my heart rate to come back down, but within 20 minutes I got to take that nice hot shower that I was looking forward to. A little research and I found what I think is the culprit. A little digging online and a few phone calls and I located the part I wanted. Yeah, it's available locally for 4 times the cost I can get it for on Amazon. I can deal with the gas for a couple of days, so I have Prime and it would be here in maybe 2 days. After getting cleaned up, I grabbed my multimeter and screwdriver kit and headed outside to the access panel to make sure I had guessed right. There are 3 parts I can easily get to from the exterior access panel that most of the time could be the problem. Number 1 is a simple on and off rocker switch. It can get bumped when you're messing around in there, but no one I know of has had the panel off for a while. Now, don't let this fool you because it's not a waterproof or even resistant switch, and it's in a place where it's susceptible to water intrusion. Number 2, the element. That's the heating element itself. It is behind the lower black cover that has 3 screws holding it on. This can be checked with the power off and a simple ohm check across the terminals with 1 wire disconnected. That'll let you know if it's patent. About 10 ohms is right. Now empty the tank first because the water will trick you into thinking that it's still good. This is a great opportunity to change out the anode and flush the sediment out. Don't forget to fill the tank back up before you turn the electric side back on or you'll burn the element up almost instantly. Behind the upper black cover are 2 thermostat units and a couple of reset buttons. One on the left for the 110 element side and one on the right for the 12 volt or propane side. There are actually 2 sensors on each bar up against the tank and are held on with a little 3/8 inch nut. Now if the switch is fine, that means turns on and off, and the element tests to 10 ohms, meaning it should be okay, the next obvious problem would be on the left or 110 volt AC side, and that would be a bad thermostat. You have to replace the entire bar even if it's just the upper or the lower switch. Keep watching to find out how to test these thermostats. There are also 2 other possibilities here that aren't as easy to get to eliminate first. Number 1 being at the circuit breaker in the RV, being certain it hasn't tripped. Just cycle that breaker if you're not sure. And the last being a relay just behind the back upper left of the inspection panel. It's on the back side of the water heater and it's part of the one control system. Like I said, it's usually only accessible through panels you have to remove in the basement of the RV and crawl back to the relay. There is also a control board back there as well. Now, you can eliminate the relay and circuit breakers by carefully removing the little rocker switch from the inside lower left of the heater panel. Turn the power off till you have the switch out and protected from grounding, then have someone turn it back on long enough to check before turning it back off again. And put one probe on one pole of the switch and the other on the metal panel, the ground, where the wires connect to the switch. Then, with the multimeter set to AC, or alternating current, that's that wavy line, if there is power, 110 to the switch, and through the switch, you've now eliminated the breaker, relay, and switch. To test the thermostat, make sure the switch is off. Better yet, flip the breaker off. The next is what's called the ECO, or energy cutoff, sometimes referred to as one-shots. They're also thermostats and are redundant safety features. The one on top with the button reset, if it fails and didn't trip, then the bottom one will open and that's it. It's not resettable and would have to be replaced. If these trip, then it means that the water has exceeded the correct temperatures, or there's a possibility that there is a wiring issue. It's pretty rare, but see changing lanes. Turn your multimeter to continuity. And that's continuity. So that when I bring these two together, they'll beep. Make sure the power is off to the heater. Place one probe on one side of the lower switch and one on the other. If it's good, you'll hear a beep. Then move to the upper switch, the one with a button. If you get a beep, then it's probably okay. If not, on either side, you found the problem. Like us, our 110 volt needed to be replaced. The backup to the backup is the pressure relief valve, and it's usually set around 210 degrees. Nobody wants the water in the heater to boil and cause the container to rupture. Like I said, we found the thermostat locally from anywhere between double and quadruple the price of Amazon. We can wait the 2 days and only pay $18. So with a 3/8 inch socket, zip the nut off. Don't let it fall back behind the panel. Pull the thermostat out carefully, checking for any wire damage. Like I said, Changing Lanes found a badly damaged and shorted wire behind the connectors on their brand new rig. Check this out. And to prevent future damage, they bent the sharp metal there even further back out of the way. Disconnect the wires and don't let them retract back behind the panel. Tape them to the outside. Discard the old thermostat and connect the new, orienting it with the reset button up on the panel. Carefully put the nut back on the post. Tighten it down just snugly and then maybe do a quick meter test just to be sure that one's actually working. You should hear a beep. If you do, then you're done. Replace the covers and close up the access panel and prepare to enjoy some nice hot showers. Your Suburban 12-gallon heater is back online. All that's left to do is to descale, sanitize, and replace the anode. That's that sacrificial metal element, but we'll save that for another video. Now we hope this helps. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And if we don't see you out on the road, hopefully we'll see you on the next video. So please, travel safe.